speaking this morning on the sacrifice of our worship. The sacrifice of our worship. I trust the Spirit of God to help me to drive home this point. You can't worship the Lord if you don't love the Lord. Any worship motivated by any other thing that is not love is not true worship. Is someone hearing what I'm saying? Any worship that is not motivated by love is not true worship. And what God is seeking is for those that worship him because of their love for him. Because of their love for him. And just like you will encounter in our present day, definitions of love, you hear a lot of ladies will say, he says he loves me, but I can't feel it. I can't see it. That is because love not demonstrated is not love known. Any love that is only professed, confessed, is not love. Love is known in her deeds, not in her sayings. Are you with me? Anybody can say I love you, but love is known when I need you and you now demonstrate the love that you said you have for me. It's not I love you because everything is good. You are looking beautiful. You don't want anything. Everything is just okay. So you just go on and love every girl around. But the moment there is a need, you disappear. So love not demonstrated is not love known. Because love is not in speakings. Love is in deeds. Are you with me this morning? So this morning, I'm going to be showing you 4 dimensions or 4 ways. We may stop at 1, we may stop at 2 or 3. Anywhere we'll stop. We'll continue on Wednesday. Love is processed in 4 dimensions. And I may be talking about 1 or 2 this morning. The number 1 way love is processed is passion. Passion. There is no love if it can't be expressed passionately. There is feelings in love, even though feelings is not all that is to love. Are you following me now? That is why you have a whole lot of people fall into the trap of the feeling thing. Everybody, the moment you love someone, the first thing that happens to you is that even before you begin to tap into the other dimensions of love, the first sign is that you feel there is something, there is a chemistry, there's something you feel about this person. That's the beginning. So there is no love if it can be expressed passionately. What is passion? Passion is a strong and barely controllable emotion. It can barely be controlled. That's why you see a girl in love, they say they are kidnapping, she won't go to church. But the one she loves tells her to come by 11:30. She can jump fence. Am I talking to somebody now? That's passion. Passion. Her passion blinds her eyes. Number 1 is that you will ask where the strength came from to jump fence. of them are looking at me now. About 24 of them here have just fence. You wonder where the energy came from. It came from passion. Passion. Barely controllable emotion. Because that's why wherever there is love, there is a touch of mumulism. Yeah. There is always a touch of this person that is all wise, all coordinated, all organized. If some people will sit you down and tell you the things they've done because of love. A young lady, like this one is not far-fetched. A young lady here right now gave her boyfriend her school fees. My God, you will never know the person. Oh my God. Because of love. He said, babe, they want to pursue me. He said, no, God forbid, over my dead body. It's better I don't graduate than for them to. I'm not telling you fairy tales. True life story. Package the school fees and sent to him. And he's now figuring out a way to do it. Mark 12 verse 30. We're going to have a good time this morning. He said, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. Can we read that again now? Let's read it together. 1, 2, go. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. So you see that the way you are loving, you are not even close to loving. We are not talking about, we'll use a lot of physical relationship things to describe what we are talking about. But you know we are not talking about that. We're talking about the sacrifice of our worship. And we said for you to worship, worship is only motivated by love. If it is not done by love, it's not true worship. It's not true worship. When you are crying out and somebody says, hey, that girl is a true worshiper. Wait until her school fees is paid. You will know whether you see her do like that again. Wait until you see her get married. What she has been praying for. God. You will never see her in that form again. That demonstration was not motivated by love. That there is something, a longing in your heart that makes you so passionate about God. Somebody see your heart and they think that there is anything. Nothing is happening. It's just that you just love God so much. When somebody will stay in their room and just open their phone and just be glancing through the pictures of their lover. And sometimes we just bring you close and kiss. And you're just, I know you're not here with me, but you're here with me. I can feel you all around. I can feel you. I can feel you. He said, this love you are demonstrating towards a man, who you should give it to is the Lord, thy God. Because you see, that guy, as you are doing like that, he's with another girl. He's with another girl. As you are demonstrating and perusing and thinking about how wonderful and glorious and beautiful and magnificent the young man is with another babe, flexing himself. See himself. You want to love passionately, give it to the Lord your God. He said, and you shall love the Lord thy God with all thy heart. So which heart did they break? If you had given it to the Lord, who broke what is with the Lord? I've given it, I'm not with it. How can you break what you don't even have access to? You can't break it, you can't access it. It's already with the Lord. It's already with the Lord. With all your heart. He said, if it is soul or mind, those two things are the seat of reasoning. He said, use your reason and against reason. He said, love every of you with every of your thinking. Use it to love God. Use it to love God. When it makes sense and when it doesn't make sense, just love the Lord. Just love the Lord. That's passion. Passion. The kind of passion we demonstrate. But come to think of it, that guy that you were so much in love with 2 years ago, where is he now? You are the same yesterday, today, forever. Nobody is like you. 2 years after, the Lord is still the same. But the guy has changed 12 of you. And to every one of you, he told you, I will die if you leave me. If they have told you that, let me see your hands up. I will die if you leave me. He's flexing somewhere. And he doesn't even care if you die. Doesn't care. He's not interested whether you die, whether you live or die. He doesn't care. Doesn't care. He said, and it's not enough. Your heart is the seat of your spirit, your mind and soul, seat of your reasoning. And he said, with your strength, physically, you can't love without showing it physically. He said, your strength must be actively involved in the demands of love. That's what shows that you truly love. You can't love and you're not physically available. Who loves like that? That's why you see so many ladies. Have you not seen that several of course, but the top 10 richest men, about 6 or 7 of them are divorced in the world. They have all the money, but they are not physically available. So the wives leave them. So how are you loving the Lord and you are not available? The Lord looks for you on Monday, he will not see you. Tuesday, he will not see you. Wednesday, he will not see you. On Sunday, you will now say, let's go and pay this guy a visit. And even in the visit, you are coming to church by 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. You and your babe have meeting by 8. And you are coming 2 hours later. That's why when you talk, when you pray, it doesn't take you serious. Because what are you talking about? Stop acting up now. Stop deceiving yourself. What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? I think I need to go here because this is where most... Can we preach, brethren? Can we preach? How are you in love and you are coming to church by 10 o'clock? At 10 o'clock. Can I preach here, sir? I should preach here. That's why we are building gallery. The next time you come to church by 10, you will stay in the gallery. Soon we'll put canopy down or at Abansam. By the time you come, you stay there. You stay there. So as service finish, you just go from there. You don't even know you came. He said, with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. All your strength. So when you woke up in the morning and you are tired, but I need to serve him and love him with all my strength. So you use all your strength and get up and go to bath with all your strength. It's not when it's convenient. It's not when you wake up and you are fully in your body, your blood is flowing. There is strength everywhere. You gather strength and do what you have to do because you love. Because you love. Not because of anything. Not because of anything. Love is enough. Love is enough. Love is enough. Tell your neighbor, I love the Lord. So, passion is a strong, extravagant fondness towards someone or something. Is extravagant. Extravagant. Passion is very extravagant. What you cannot do normally for someone, you find yourself doing it because it's extravagant. Extravagant. You don't care. Things we do for love. I've seen people donated their kidney for love. Let's leave there. Passion is an intense, enthusiastic desire for something which gives birth to pursuit. Now, suffice me to say that the proof of passion is pursuit. Are you following me now? The proof of passion is pursuit. The proof of passion is pursuit. You see every girl in church, you don't like it. The moment you become passionate about one, you don't mind pursuing. Are you following what I'm saying? You pursue at every cost. You that don't used to dress well, start dressing well, so that when she sees you, oh, am I talking to somebody now? You can endear yourself to her, so that she say, okay, this guy is okay, it's okay. You are trying to sell yourself. So, but you see that one that you are not interested in. Even when she now comes and talking to you, is like, are you done? He is watching that one that is interested, because do fast, I want to pursue someone. There is somebody I need to pursue. Somebody say pursue, overtake, and recover all. There is somebody that have taken over her soul, but he's still trying to see if he can pursue and recover. The proof of passion is pursuit. So when you are not pursuing a thing, you are not passionate about it. Are you following what I'm saying now? So when you are not pursuing God, you are not passionate about God. Keteris paribus. Is it keteri or ceteris? I prefer keteri. My God. And it was written concerning Jesus. He said, the zeal of the Lord's house has consumed me. When you love someone, you forget your age, your status, and you enter a journey of pursuit. So when you are still carrying, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am in church? You can't do this, you can't do that. They can't talk to me like that, they can't talk to you like that. You are still conscious, you are so aware, you are not yet passionate about this God. You are not yet. Because when you become, it doesn't matter. That's why you see an old man, a 16-year, a man of 50 years, A 16-year-old boy will be rubbing his head and said, baby. He said, my girl. Are you following what I'm saying now? But go and try it. To the same man. To the same man. You hear. You believe. So, passion makes you think less of yourself and think more of the person or the thing you are pursuing. Passion is one of the things that deals with selfishness. Passion. You are ready to pay the price to pursue. You are ready to pay the price to pursue. Therefore, the first object of discourse on the matter of passion as it borders love is nothing else but God. God. God is the one that demonstrated love and passion for us. And it was the psalmist that saw it and wrote it down in the book of Psalms chapter 8 verse 3. Psalms 8 verse 3. David looked at the heavens and looked at all manner of things. And he couldn't just understand the meaning or the reason why God can't just leave man. He wrote, he said, when I consider thy heavens, the work of your hands, your fingers, the moon and the stars. They said there are over 1 billion stars in every galaxy. And every galaxy has millions and billions of creations and all manner of things that God has placed there. He said, when I consider the moon and the star, which thou hast ordained. Verse 4. Let me go there first. He said, what is man that thou art passionate about him? From the beginning of creation, the only thing that has been giving God headache is man. If you go to Genesis at the point, he said he repented God why he created man. At a point, he said, let me wipe out man. He saved the man. He saved the man and his family. Wiped, and man kept on giving him issues till the point where he said, I will go and die for man. Till now, he's still reaching out for man. And David now looked and saw, what is going on? He now looked at the heavens and saw the magnificence of the heavens. The Bible said on the throne of God there are 24 elders bowing down before him. Since before the beginning began, they have been bowing down before him 24 hours of the day. Their job is to shout, holy, holy, holy are you God. Holy, holy, holy are you God. The cherubims and seraphims, they are covering the throne, and the glory of the heavens is beyond description. Yet you are mindful about man. He's so mindful. He's so passionate. What can I do? This is my child. What can I do? What can I do? That's the one that created these things, the moon and the stars. And do you know in the beginning, Bible said God created the heavens and the earth. And after it was done, the first day, and it was over. The second day, it was over. It was on the fourth day that he created the sun and the moon. But there was day and night. Which light was supplying the world before the sun and the moon was created? God was its light. So when God goes to where he used to stay to sleep, night will come. Is someone following what I'm saying? What is man that thou art mindful of him? God wanted to demonstrate to the people his love. He told Hosea, he said, marry a prostitute. And the whole Israelites couldn't understand. He said, he will shower her with love and everything. And after all this love, this woman will leave all these things. They live in a good house. everything she needed was provided for, she will still leave it and run to her lovers. And by the time she was gone, God will instruct him and say, go and find your wife and bring her back and forgive her. He will go and find her and say, I'm sorry my master, I'm sorry my husband. He will bring her back and loved her and nourished her and took care of her. It won't be many days long. She will run back to her lovers. God wanted to demonstrate to man what it means to be him. That on the love, all the love God has showered on us every day, we keep leaving him for things he can just give us. Things he can just give us. Things that are so easy to get. That's passion. That's passion. When there is love, the shame factor is not considered. The shame factor is not considered. You see a CEO dying for one girl and you'll be wondering, with all the money he has, he say, if it's not this girl, it's not any, it's not. Girl say, leave me alone, I'm not interested. He say, please, it's you I want. Despise the shame. Despise the shame. I posted a video. People should get it, download it and put it up. Very soon you play for me. We are some of the famous singers, including Rihanna, where they are publicly saying, some of these things, social media, it will come up. Everybody will forget about it. You go on to listen to their song, use their song to sleep, and all manner of enjoy yourself. Rihanna, part of the video. Have you downloaded it? Download the video and play it for me. Many of them, they were publicly declaring that they have sold their soul to the devil. They publicly declared it. This one is not in the dream. They publicly declared that they have sold their soul to the devil. I saw the one they were interviewing Terry G, and he publicly said that he sings for the devil. Terry G. That he sings, he's not shy. He didn't say it and hid man. He said it openly and boldly. And they are passionately doing what they are doing. But it's children of God that knows how to hide and do all that we do. Come on for evangelism, you won't see anyone. Let's go to the streets, you won't see anyone. Let's do this for Jesus, we won't see anyone. Let's come out and carry blocks, you won't see anyone. Let's come and do this, you won't see anyone. And you still say you love God. How? They will give you form now to feel. What is your religion? Christianity. Your counterparts that are Muslims, do you see how they serve their God? Like you now that is their friend, they can kill you at the spot if it will make their Allah happy. Like at the spot, as people are talking, you just say one thing against Muhammad, Allah Kuban, everybody will gather and burn you to death, and you are their friend. You are their friend. I heard somebody boldly make a statement in national TV that Nigeria is a Muslim state. And they did not post her to contend it. How? Nigeria is more Christians than Muslims. But because of political, all manner, they have made it look as if we are less in this country. But it's not true. But the reason is why? Because we are not united. We are not passionate about anything. Everything is just, you just laugh about it and say, okay, what is my business? I go home, I do my TikTok, I find food, I eat, I sleep, and I'm okay. Love makes you vulnerable. In case you are thinking that, okay, when you love, hey, okay, the glory of the love, I am vulnerable to my wife. Are you understanding what I'm saying? You are vulnerable to the one you love. It's normal. It's okay. Those are the demands and requirements. Those are the things. Love makes you vulnerable. It makes you vulnerable. You are vulnerable to the one. So you can't be loving God and still be protecting yourself from being hurt by God, from all manner of these protections we are putting in place and all of that. Can't be doing that. Praise God. So love makes you vulnerable. That is why we see about God that even though he created all things, yet he is vulnerable towards man. He's vulnerable because of his love. Shame is not considered when it comes to passion for what you love, or what you have chosen to worship. So if you are still ashamed of the cross, that is why Jesus make it bold to say, if you are ashamed of me before the people, he said, I will be ashamed of you in front of my Father. And Jesus is the one that will identify you. Are you following what I'm saying? Yes. He said, you are ashamed to proclaim me before the people. You are ashamed. You are literally ashamed. Because why are you not involved? Why are you not involved in any kingdom expansion business? Why? Why? What's your reason? What's your reason? You are busy. With what? You'll find that you can make time for anything you truly love. So you have already answered the question. Do you truly love the Lord? Do you truly love the Lord? If you can make time for anything you truly love, do you truly love the Lord? Shame is not a factor to consider. The second one I want us to look at this morning, the second indices of true love, is sacrifice. Sacrifice. Now, the highest biblical index for measuring love and worship is sacrifice. The highest. It's not the only, but it's the highest. The highest. That is why I tell young ladies, don't marry a man that can give you things. Marry a man that can make sacrifices for you. Make sacrifices for you. Yeah, a lot of things I want us to talk about, but we'll talk about it on Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be a great time. Now, sacrifice is giving up or leaving something you consider valuable for the sake of someone or a better cause. That is sacrifice. Whether it is giving something, giving up something, or you are leaving something for something you consider that is better. Whether that thing is valuable or not, but you left it for something you consider better. That's sacrifice. You are giving up something or you are leaving something. I demonstrated this on Friday. That sacrifice is not only what you gave, it's also what you left. Is someone hearing what I'm saying? Sacrifice is not only what you gave, it's also what you left. I graduated, I had an offer to work in Shell. I left it. That's why I will never be, that's one of the reasons why I will never be a poor pastor. Because every month, God is committed to making sure my salary in Shell is being paid. You didn't hear what I said? Every month, whether I'm trading or not, every month, God is committed to seeing that my salary in Shell is paid. Every month. Every month. Will never be. Because sacrifice is not only what you give, it's also what you left. Also what you left. So you can't say you love something and you're not giving to that cause. That is why Jesus told, he said, store your treasures in heaven where there is neither moth or any destroyer that will destroy it. Store your treasures in heaven. Sacrifice. It's going to get interesting. Now, when you say, Lord, I love you, one thing he asks you is, show me what you have laid down for me. That's why some ladies, they can't leave some guys. That's why if you see some ladies that they are still in a relationship, even though maybe the guy is cheating or doing one thing, but yet they can't leave, it's because when they turn back and see all the myriad of sacrifices the guy has made for them. He said, "Nah, I better stay here. Before you go and enter the hand of one that will even do anything for you and still be killing you." Am I talking sense? Like there are about 3 girls in this place like that now. The guy is dealing with them emotionally, but he's giving them all the money they need. That's why they are there. 3 ladies. Sacrifice. Sacrifice is what touches man, God, evil spirits, every spirit in the universe is touched by sacrifice. Every spirit there is anywhere. That's why what's his name now? Kanayo is very popular, because he tell you sacrifices must be made. Sacrifices must be made. I saw him in one seminar they hosted him to teach, and he was telling them boldly. He said, there is nothing you will ever achieve in this life if you can't make sacrifices. And that's why I started by telling you, sacrifice is not only what you give, it's also what you left. Living complacency to work hard, that's sacrifice. As you are making those sacrifices, another guy is enjoying himself. When you will be enjoying, they will be suffering. Because in life, sacrifices must be made. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Sacrifices must be made. It's a must. And Gen Z has redefined love. Am I talking to Gen Z now? Yeah, the Gen Zs. Say hi. You guys are no more here. Now, let me explain to you better so that you will not have a twisted understanding and go on deceiving yourself. Sacrifice speaks of pain. Somebody say pain. Say pain. It dey pain. Say it dey pain me, gaga. Sacrifice, it dey pain. It dey pain. When others are partying and you are reading, it dey pain. When others are wearing good shoes and you are making investments, it dey pain. When others are using their money to drink and you are giving your offerings and giving your tithe, it dey pain. But when they will be going for kidney transplant, you will be going to Maldives to enjoy with your wife, with your spouse. Am I talking to somebody? Sacrifice speaks of pain. Sacrifice speaks of pain. That's why I was telling them on Friday. He said when God told us some of the things he told us to do, and we did it, 9 months later, God remembered and changed our life. And now somebody will now go home and have the ideology that anytime you make a sacrifice, 9 months later. No, there is no timeline. 2012, I was busy sowing all the seeds. That was the year I gave 7 plots of land to my pastor. That was the year I sold, like, I made myself a living sacrifice. I was the definition of a living sacrifice. My rent, I couldn't pay it for 11 months. And the rent was how much? 24,000 naira. It wasn't that I didn't have it, but I was always giving every money that came into my hands. By November of 2012, my landlord came in front of church and slapped me, made a public show of me openly. Are you following what I'm saying now? I already come to church. I had to run back home and cry the cry because I can't be crying in front of babes. Are you following what I'm saying? I ran back to my house and held the pillow and wept. Great wept. I'm not telling you so. I wept. He slapped me. I was still trying to say, okay. He came back and gave me another one. Give me another one. And you will think that by 2013 I hammered. Are you following what I'm saying now? You will think that as after the slap, God now opened the windows of heaven and made me to buy a G-Wagon in 2013. January 1, somebody knocked on my door and said, "Are you great, Anele?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Take this khaki." The Lord told me from Jamaica to drive this car through United Kingdom and drive it straight to your doorsteps. The Lord gave me address. It didn't happen. 2013, 2014, they pursued me from that house. Somebody say pain. All my properties was scattered among several students, and some of them threw them out. I was staying in church from 2014 to 2015. But while I was there, I was working. I was selling things. And saved up about 75,000. And from church, moved into a self-con. And you would think that was over. As I finished, moved in there. I didn't stay there up to 3 months. Pastor called me and sent me to Asaba. Just as I moved into the self-con, I was transferred to Asaba to help the pastor there. They just planted the church in Asaba. I know why I'm telling you this. Because we have been twisted. Our brains have been twisted by all of these people deceiving. He said, come out. If that's your last, bring it now. And after 2 weeks, the Lord will see. It will not happen like that. It won't happen like that. It's not true. That's not sacrifice. What you are doing is MMM. You see, when you come out to give like that, what you just did is MMM. That's why you get angry at God. After 2 weeks, they pursue you from house, and you're now carrying long face everywhere. You're not carrying long face everywhere because God was supposed to come through after 2 weeks. That some days you will give it, and the worst will happen. The worst will happen. Sacrifice speaks of pain. Speaks of pain. Speaks of pain. So you don't have a twisted understanding about God. So you go to school, you enter year 1. After year 1, then by year 2, you will now get a job and now be working in Escavos, and they are paying you $5 million. Eh? Is that how it works? You pay the sacrifice of year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. Medical students, I have some of them that have stayed here 9 years studying medicine. They have not made the first 1 naira, but they are paying all the price. They say, we know this thing will pay. This thing will pay. So it's only in God now that you bring 10,000 and now be checking your phone. Nobody has sent you 100,000 naira. That's if you bring 10 people will pay you 10,000. That's not even MMM. Are you getting understanding? I want to help you. Sacrifice speaks of convenience. It speaks of inconvenience. How have you been inconvenienced by God? How? That's what sacrifice is. How have you been inconvenienced by God? If the person you love has not inconvenienced you, it's that time you want to sleep. That's when she wants to talk. Say, baby, just stay awake for me. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I say, baby, okay, I'm here. I'm here. Anything for you, baby. You are worn out completely. In fact, in the middle of the talk, you doze. And he said, baby, are you there? He said, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. And when the call is over, you now go to bed knowing that somebody loves you. That the inconvenience puts you at rest. Can I talk to somebody this morning? That you were inconvenienced, but yet you are happy that there is somebody in your life that has the capacity to inconvenience you. And yet you... Hey, let me not jump to the third point. That inconvenience gives you pleasure. It gives you pleasure. Sacrifice. So what did you know about sacrifice? Sacrifice again. Emptying your account. Oh, that's the least. That's the least. During these past few months, we have emptied our accounts severally, quantum times, quantum leap times, quantum times. Like it's a regular thing. It's a regular thing. We didn't start it today, so I already know that as he's finishing, my job is to just be moving. God, he said we should do this. We are doing it. Where is the next money coming from? We are moving. We are moving. Moving. Oh, that's the least. So the next time you open your mouth to say it's not convenient for me, who are you talking to? Who are you making that excuse for? The one that is holding the breath in your nostrils is the one you are saying is not convenient for you. Do you want it to become permanently? So wait now. Wait. The Bible said the devil believes in this God and trembles. And you open your mouth and say it's not convenient for you to do an assignment for God. So is it convenient for you? There is a graveyard just beside us here. Everybody there now, anything God wants them to do now, they are willing to come back and go and do it. But they will never have the opportunity to do it. And it's inconvenient for you. Look at you now. The CEO of Tesla. Mark Zuckerberg. You are Michael Saylor. You are the one that created. You are Satoshi Nakamoto. You are the creator of blockchain. You are always busy. So when you love, you must go through inconvenience. And most of the time, pain. Just because you love, not because the person is wicked. Even if you are in love with an angel, you will still go through pain. It's normal. Love is pain. Pain is love. So to love is to suffer pain. Not to love is to suffer pain. Anything you do, there's pain. So choose your pain. Is someone hearing what I'm saying? Choose your pain. But you have this confidence in that when it is inconveniencing for them too, they will be there for you. Be there for you. And we have this confidence in God. He said he will never leave us nor forsake us. Never leave us. Show me your sacrifice as a proof of your love. Don't tell me if you know how I love God. Hey, how you love God? You come to church on Sunday, and you make sure it's always by 10, Everything is convenience. It's never love. It's never love. It's never love. It's not convenient for me to always pay my wife was telling me, we are going to pay school fees again. I say, I've paid school fees this year. And I'm going to pay again. Just between January and now, I'm paying 2 school fees. You think it's convenient for me? It's not convenient. This one is not even sacrifice. They are the requirements to meet when you love. The inconvenience is part of it. It's part of it. So stop telling me it's inconvenient. Pastor, you don't understand. Pastor, you don't know my schedule. Pastor, you don't know what I'm doing. Pastor, you don't know. Pastor, you don't know. It's you that don't know. You don't know. You don't know anything, apparently. Because if you understand what I'm teaching now, would you make that excuse? Would you have an excuse to stay at home on Wednesday, just pressing your phone that you are relaxing, when your lover is calling you? He say, come, so that we'll reason together. And you say it's inconvenienced. The creator of the whole world wants to reason with you, share with you what he's doing at the moment, to give you a hand so that you be a hand of his deliverance in the world. And you say you don't want it. You don't care. You are busy for him. Parents take care of their children not because they say I love you. they make sacrifices as a proof of their love. I remember the days when my mother, there's not enough food in the house. The soup that is there, will pour it enough water so it will reach everybody. As at then, 6 children with a lady living with us, and my father and my mother. And the food is not enough, and you will watch her share the food and give everybody and go to bed and sleep. Go to bed and sleep. And it's not a one-time thing. It's a regular thing. Regular thing. Inconvenience herself for those that she loves. You, everything is convenience. For where did you get that definition? And that's how we'll carry it. You see the mothers, the Gen Zs of this generation will leave their children and go and be smoking somewhere. Leave their children and follow one man and be, they will even come back. The child will see her kiss another man. And they say, come inside, close your eyes. Why are you here? Why are you beat here? You cover your eyes. You not see anything. Do you see anything? Not see anything. Do you see anything? Not see anything. I knew a girl at 14. She has slept with over 100 men in Oka. And I was asking her questions. And she told me, she grew up seeing her mother doing this. Mother sleeps with anything. And she brings them to the house. Her reason is that her husband left her. Is that enough? Is that enough reason? Should I show you countless women their husband left and kept themselves? Kept themselves. Hannah was about 24 years when the husband died. And 80 years later, she was in the temple praying. God said, you will not die until you touch my son. You will not die until you touch my son. You are too holy. You are too holy. You must touch my son before you go. You must touch him. What part of love do you understand as convenience? One of those days when El Smith was born, one of those nights, it was a Saturday night. And around 11:12, he became terribly sick. We did all that we could. The boy was now shaking. We had to run out of the house and start running to Huggies at that night to find what to do for him. And stayed there till around 2-3. When he was better, we started going home that night. And we came, they've locked all the gates and access to our area. Started calling every known and unknown person. By the time they were done, and we finished and still had to come to church in the morning. Still had to come to church in the morning. Both the taking him to the hospital was not convenient. Both coming to church was not none of it was convenient. None of it was convenient. So, who defined love to you as convenience? So you see now that most times when they talk about sacrifice, it's not just giving. It's a very major part of giving. But there are so many things we don't talk about. So many things. Ephesians 3 verse 17. Shalabadakati. He said that Christ may dwell in your hearts by faith, that you, being rooted and grounded in love, verse 18 first, read down to 19. He said, may be able to comprehend with all sense what is the breadth and length and depth and height, verse 19. And to know the love of Christ, which passeth knowledge, that you might be filled with all the fullness of God, that you may know the love of Christ. Now, very quickly, what is the love of Christ? John 15 verse 13. John 15 verse 13. He said, greater love hath no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. Greater love had no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. And I asked you in the beginning, when you tell God I love you, he will ask you, what have you laid down for me? What have you laid down? And the same question Jesus asked Peter. He asked him in John 13 verse 38. John 13 verse 38. What are you willing to lay down for Jesus? It could be money. Could be anything. Could be anything. I've laid down everything. There's nothing left. There's nothing left. Nothing left. Nothing left. But God is the only true guaranteed trust bank. He said, Jesus answered him, as Jesus is answering you now. He said, will thou lay down thy life for my sake? He said, greater love hath no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. And Jesus asked Peter, he said, as he's asking us now, will thou lay down thy life for my sake? No, you are still talking about your money. He's not interested in your money. He's saying, will you lay your life for me? It's you God wants. It's not your money. Am I talking to somebody? What's he doing with your money? Which money do you have? Let's be realistic. How much do you have now? Let's be realistic. That money you have now, can he buy a private jet? Okay. Can he buy a Tesla car? Okay. Can he buy a Ferrari? It's all right. Can he buy... So why are you threatening us with your money? You're threatening to protect your 1 naira. He's not interested in you. My friend, he said, can you lay down your life for me? That's what he's asking you. That's what he's asking you. When you have given your life, any dead man cannot do anything about his money. Do you understand what I'm saying now? It can be spent anyhow, in any way. He doesn't know it's been spent. Even if he knows, there's nothing he can do about it, because he's dead to these things. Are you understanding what I'm saying? He said, will thou lay down your life for my sake? Say, before you are quick to answer, verily, verily, I say unto you, the cock shall not crow till thou hast denied me thrice. And that's what we see in church. Ah, Lord, I love you. How I love you more and more each day. And let us buy a bag of cement. I'm coming. I want to collect this man's woman. And you just meet the person somewhere and they say, are you a dominant? Do? What is domi? You don't mean indomitable or indomie? I've never heard that kind of name in my life before. I've known a lot of people like that from time immemorial in church. You know, my daddy was a pastor before he died. Many of them like that. The moment there is anything to do in church, there are even some that the moment it's time for offering, they will go and pay. As little as offering is. That's when they want to pee. That's when a very important call just comes into their phone. They'll just walk like this as, oh, the King of Kings is calling me now. They will just step out. That's when they want to answer a call. And they'll just go out and do, hey, call I've caught. Call is no more there. Will thou lay your life for me? That's what he's asking. I've not seen that thing that will make my wife happy. I will not buy for her. If is in the power of my hands. I have not seen. Just the other day, she was complaining about something. It's not working well. I told her I'm coming. I just went and bought her just it. Just it. That's love, man. Get my point. I feel in me. That's love, man. Will you lay your life for God? He's not interested in your money. He's interested in you. But when you give yourself, you discover that you have given your all. I love the demonstration that was done in a courtroom where a woman was filing for divorce. And after the judge has ruled and they sealed everything, and they now told the woman to choose the properties and the cars first. So whatever is left, the man will choose. And she kept choosing the best of the houses, the best of the cars, and all manner of things. When she was done, he said, okay, now I'm going to choose your turn. He said, well, it's okay. He just went straight and carried the wife. Both the wife, the judge, everybody in court burst into laugh and cry at the same time. And cry at the same time. Say, it's okay. If you want, take everything. I'm not choosing anything. But it's you I want. You are enough for me. So as she comes back to the house, she comes back with everything. When you choose God, you will discover that you have already chosen everything. When you keep choosing things, you discover that those things will expire. The car will fade. They will fade. Everything will fade. The money will finish. But God is a ceaseless supply. He says he's a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. When you see God lifting men, don't say, wow, God is lifting them. Oh, they are good people. They are great people. What a great man. Find out their sacrifices. Keep your mouth shut. Find out their sacrifices. Nobody goes up accidentally. No human being goes up accidentally. No human being, I bet you, both in the world and in the kingdom, no human being goes up accidentally. Find out. Find out. Find out. The next 5 years, you might be anywhere in the world, but wherever you be, even if you're in Afghanistan, you'll be hearing this name. You didn't hear me. You'll be hearing this name. Pastor A. Great. You'll be hearing it. But don't be thrilled. Oh, ask of Pastor Great's story 10 years ago, 5 years ago. You are here now, eating all you can, canning all you get, and sitting on the can and enjoying and flexing yourself. Killing yourself with selfishness and all manner of things. And men are leaving you. And every one of us will come to church and all dress up, looking fine and beautiful. But in time, people's sacrifices will differentiate them. And that is truth. I receive is good. You can receive by faith. But see, anything that tells you that there is anything like nothing for something is a lie. Did you hear what I said? Any spirit or being or human being or your mother, your father, your brother or uncle that tells you that there is anything like nothing for something is a lie. Has lied to you, has deceived you permanently. Did you get something this morning? Bow down your heads and pray.